Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of City Skylines 2, and we are back in Center Hill. And what I wanted to focus on today was bridging this gap right here. So this gap is pretty much going to be our waterfront, our cityscaped front. We're gonna have some neighborhoods and stuff that are gonna be more over here. This is going to be dialed in city-wise, probably, with just the way that this is sitting, especially with how this is here. This is sort of the outskirts. I think there's going to be more residential and stuff that sits over here on this side, but for now this is only going to get higher density as it goes through. So what I wanted to focus on was grabbing the terrain here and getting it to the exact height that I want it to be. And I'm not sure if this is high enough for what we're looking at. So, like, that is... Like, what if we did that? That's pretty high. So I'm thinking if we went something like 7 meters, that gives a good in-between. And the reason why I want to do 7 meters and give a good in-between is because I want this to sit up high enough to the point that it doesn't flood, doesn't have issues with flooding whatsoever, and allows us to get a good hard edge up here in front of everything else. So if we just bring this through to about there, and we're gonna feather this out this way, and then we're going to soften the terrain, I think. Should soften it. And make it so it's not so harsh getting up to that main spot. So let's soften this out. And there we go. Should be just nothing too crazy. Let's see if we can get this up a little bit higher. Okay, so there's that. Get back to this here. Just get right back down that edge. Awesome. Okay, so now we're going to take... I'm going to say that it's going to be a 6-lane road. And the reason why I'm going to say that it's going to be a 6-lane road is just for the fact of, do I want a center median? I guess we'll want a center median on this main road out here. So that should give me in water. Oh, because I'm not starting at the right point. Okay. Right there. And then that would transfer to about right there. And then this would get cut off and turn into double there. I don't know, does this... Can we take this and dial it down to like... that right there? Yeah, I'm not upset with that whatsoever. Okay, so there's that. And that gets us our main frontage road up here. Now we gotta come through and get this all leveled out. Just taking that right along the front. And this will give us a good prominent edge for our city to pretty much sit right behind on. So take that. Then once that's there, so that will be all medium density that goes on the front of that. So if we grab this medium density, I think it's all going to be medium density. There might be some high density that goes into here, but I don't want to go too crazy with anything yet. I do want to get the gridding and stuff down. This is going to be the hard part here. I have this that comes out. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th block hits that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 10th block would hit the last piece of my gridding. So that means I have to go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be there. And that should give us an even, right? No, it has to go one more to the left. Okay, so there is these two main roads that are going to come out of here. So this will connect down into this guy. And this will have to do the same. And we got to drop this just right there. Until he gets over to the other side. And then down to nothing. I guess we can't do that. We need to do this. Okay, so there's those two pieces. I feel like this could definitely be closer to the ground for longer. If I did that. Yeah, that's a little bit better. That way we're not losing as much ability with our downtown area as we were before. Now what I want to do with this here, because this is pretty... We'll be able to make something out of this. So if we take this pavement path and we take it, I believe it should be, no, it's going to be on the right. Well, technically, it's going to be on none of it right now until you bring it out. Now it's going to be on the left. That has -6%. Is that... was gonna say that this stuff doesn't really work in that sense. So on this side it's showing that it sees right through. On this side it has the... I'm guessing it's because I don't have the... I guess that fixes it. Okay, so then we will be able to take this here, drop it down. And there we go. Okay. So that goes around there, and the reason why I wanted that to go around there with the key wall was because now I can drop this. I need to make this a little bit smaller. Whoop. A little too much there. Okay. Okay, there we go. So that should be all situated then. Oop. Okay. So that allows me to create that little walkway there that has that design on the inside of it. And then I want to go ahead and set down this building here. Walmart. No, I don't want to put Walmart there. Where is this? I think it might be in here. Sorry, ignore my large bottle of water. What is this? Not that. Not that. I thought it was in this tab. Definitely isn't that. Definitely is not that either. Okay, well I guess I can't find it in there, so we're going to go in here. And let me see here. Let's make this bigger. And where are you? We already did something like this before. Here it is. But now I wanted to do it to where it sits somewhere like this. I don't want it to do what it did there to the land. So hopefully this allows me to... Doesn't. Okay. So we're going to have to move it. And then this will prompt me to... I don't even know if I want to do that or if I just want to do a pedestrian street in front of this. But we also had that smaller pedestrian street that was this one that we used for the college campus. But I guess we should do a 2-lane road. And that 2-lane road should pop out of here. And then also go up this way. And if we are doing that, we need to also do this. I want to decrease the total amount of street parking that there is down here in any way or shape or form that I can. And honestly, that's good enough for me. Like, if I can get some well-being here on the back of this, that will be good. So we'll take, what do we want here? We definitely need just a concrete surface out here. And right there. So that gives us that front piece having that. We can put, because we have them now. It was one of the things that I downloaded. If we come over here to the parking spaces, we have these slots. So we can actually go, I wish I could go 3x2. Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay, flip that around. So there. So that gets us some parking out front of there. It's really not a spot to put parking lot over here, but I guess we can just do a normal, I wouldn't say that one. I guess the medium lot fits here nicely. Medium solar panel lot, that sort of fits. If I'm honest, that kind of really fits with that being beside that. And then we'll take a wide pavement path out through here. Nope, not what I wanted. And then just like that. And then can we get that connected, or does that really swoops in there low? Oh. Okay, so that sort of fixes it. That was all over the place. That swoops in low over here too. Oh. Whoa. Whoa. What's going on? What's going on here? What do we got? Oop, that's doing it again. Okay, manipulation mode. Okay, maybe this is what we need to do. Okay, there we go. Okay, that looks a lot nicer than it did before. That was swooping all over the place. It still dips down a little bit, but we're going to call it even. And then we can take this right here and to connect it into those paths. And from this path into that path. Okay, so that's all connected like that. And what else can we have out here? Guess we can go ahead and already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. Just gonna be the man I need. We'll have some different color benches out here because none of them can ever be the same. And we'll separate these by 6. Guess not. Nope. Those will get placed down individually. And we'll probably just have 3. We'll have 1 there and 1 there. 1 up here. 1 right there. And 1 right at the corner of the parking lot. And then we'll have 1 here. 1 by the door. 1 out by the corner of the road. 1 here. 1 by the door. And 1 right there. Okay. And then we have... Find it. We got the lights. Yeah, I love these lights. Okay, so if we take them and we do 6 meters apart. I gotta go from the corner. There we go. Okay, so that's looking good. And, I mean, what else can we put out here? Guess we can do a food stand. I only need 1 of them. I don't need them sitting across places from each other. Gazebo maybe for people taking their break. You could do a flower bed. I don't know why my caps lock is on. Flower. Already gave you the time and the place, so don't be shy. I mean, we got 2 flowers like that. I'm pretty sure with... Ooh, what would that be under? It was under the brickworks. Here it is. These just look great. Get that bush there. And then there's also trees. So I have these planters with these trees. All these look great. Guess it doesn't have a tree, this one. Oh, this one has a tree in it. Okay. I don't know why there would just be 3 random ones that don't have trees. Okay, so there's some trees and stuff in there. I don't know if there's anything else that we can do. Because a lot of this is the brickworks. I wish I could dial this up a little bit better. Because that does not look good at all. Nope. Okay, so if we go in here, we go to net lanes, we go to fences. Yeah, there's really no fence in here that I can... I wish it was white. Okay. So there's that. And that. And now it wants to change colors. Okay. So now that that's all situated, and we need net lanes, right? Awesome. Okay, so that's all situated there. We got the detailing on the front of that. I really don't know if there's anything else that you would put out here, mostly because this is should be people walking into here to pretty much just get inside of this building. So I think we're going to throw some trees out back here, as always. Just a little bit of foliage. Sounds good. Awesome. Okay, so there's that little piece there. We got some green area to it, so that way the main downtown isn't all ripped up like everybody claims that it is all the time. And then we'll get one more offshoot between this. And the reason why I think one more offshoot is I think I want to leave a little bit of area between this. And then I don't know if I want to, how I want to do this. I think this would be the best way. Just like that. That's just a little wonky, but it has to sort of be that way for the way that everything's sitting there. And we can take this 190 and 180, and probably here too. because those aren't really close together. Those are separated pretty much to a good point that shouldn't cause any traffic issues. And then I guess you'd need a road here. And technically that should be, like, I don't think you should want an intersection here. I feel like it's too close to this intersection there, which is the main intersection. So I'm going to say that I don't give an intersection there. And I also don't think that I want to intertwine this neighborhood into this. So this is probably going to turn out this way. This is going to become a 4-lane road more than likely. Yeah, just like that. And then pretty much taking that like that. That will get us our lanes in there. And then this will also, guess it's quote unquote. Oh yeah, I don't know how is that one big intersection if it does that? It is. It's a 4-way intersection like that. I think I'm fine with it. We'll see how it goes. It might be something that we have to change at some point. But for right now, I think we are good. So there's some road layout for over here. Get the 4-lane, the 6-lane. So this brings everybody in. These will direct people. I'm guessing, just guessing, that this technically should be a 4-lane road going up through there. Just because it needs to be, there needs to be another main road going through there. That's the only way I could see it. And what do we want to do here? Do we want to keep coming out straight on this? Or do we want to make this? I guess we could make it turn. There's really no, well, I guess this is the straight piece. Okay, so I think that's the swiftness that we're going to get out. Oh, jeez. Let's get this. I need. It's because I'm clicking the wrong one. I'm like, why isn't that getting bigger? Well, helps if you click the right one. And then I think we're going to take this and just terraform that just a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Because there's still a good bit of room. And then we'll do that there. That will allow us to bring this in through here in a proper manner. just like that. I don't know how I feel about that intersection there. I guess it's going to be something that stays, but truly don't know how I feel about. What is this? This is just a 4-lane road that... Oh, it just has no connection to itself? So this can technically be... Okay, then don't come out that way. Okay, let's back this up. And I don't know if I can raise the land here. I think I pretty much need to just make a bridge. So this is a 4-lane, 2-way. I guess I do need it to turn. Where's that line up at? Right there. And there we go. So that goes from the highway straight into the city. And there's really no roundabout that you have to go through with that. So I think I'm okay with that. This is probably going to end up turning or something and ending up over here. I don't know if it will continue down this way. And then we could take this stuff here and grid this out. I think that will be good. I still don't know how I feel about this. Like, does it... Does it become that? Thinking that might be what it becomes is that piece there. That actually doesn't look bad. I like the way that this sits here already. You guys are probably going to be mad whenever I do this, but I think like we are going to be using some sort of skyscrapers at the point on this front piece here. This is going to be where our main city is. So I'm really not too against it. So I think like that will work properly for us to have. I think a big thing that will also be is, does this just drop into here or does this go over the water? If this goes over the water, it's pretty much going to connect back into that. But if it goes over the water, then we have to drop in these exits here. And I'm guessing they would go down onto here because that's your main collector road. So technically you would have Because the way it sits right now, this is all you would have. It would be an off ramp. Well, first of all, you would go 3 wide. These technically need elevated. This would go 3 wide over here. Take this complex out, over, and right there. And that will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. Out. Up. Over. And just in like that. So that gives us the on and the off ramps to go right into this portion of the city. And what else can we put here that's going to make sense? I don't want to do anything crazy. Like, do we use this here and have this as like a water piece to it? Like that's way too tall. I don't think there's going to be anything like that sitting over here. Yeah, that's a little extreme. I think like this colossal tower, and what I'm looking at for this colossal tower is probably using this to make it sort of like a hotel. I mean, unless there is a hotel that we can use. Mont Blanc, the Suites, Ember Suites, the Dockland Towers. Oh, I know I like this one, and I feel like that would sort of fit the theme of what I'm trying to go for here. I mean, this is sort of the same style as that building. And this is the Emerald Towers. Is there any, like... I'm just looking like this Renaissance Hotel. Like, that's tiny. I'm looking for, like, a... We could do the terrace over here. Well, technically, we could do the terrace here. The Monterey Terrace. Or it could go over here by the water. But no, a terrace. Lake Monona. In Madison, Wisconsin. Okay. I guess that would be a hotel, but still, it's not big. Conference center. Could put that there, but that's like really close to like houses right in the backyard. This is going to end up being something that has to be over in this area here. Maritime Museum. I'm just not finding anything that like works for what I want to do. Sunshine Hotel. I think the one that we had, I think that's going to be the one that's the closest to what I'm looking to do there. So that gets us that piece. We could technically do this here or on this corner. Yeah, like if we technically did that there. It's the Atlas building. Like just custom buildings that go down through here. It's really weird of how this parking lot and stuff is with this. But I mean, do I just do an alleyway? So I come off of here. We don't want this. Just want this elevated. And I think I can have just a small solar panel parking lot coming off of this. Right beside it like that. And maybe get some bushes in here. Apple tree. Wild green bush. Okay, let's get a cultivated bush. Go from there. Come down the side of the alleyway. Same thing there. And then just get a tree placed in back there. Okay. So that's not bad. Got those few things. And I think now the biggest thing is getting the correct buildings down here. So ooh, this is where it comes in to, do we want just medium density, or do we want northeastern, or can we do southwestern medium density? What would this come out to be? If I did a 6x4, that's gonna do two different buildings. Okay, what about 6x5? That's two separate buildings as well. Okay. 6x3, that's one building. 6x4 is two different buildings. I actually can't go that wide at this point. So it's going to be like a 4x3. And let's just see what those are whenever they fill in. I don't want to go too crazy yet because I want to make sure that we're designing this correctly onto the way that I want it to be designed. So we got those few buildings through there. I don't know if we're going to have anything else. Like I feel like we could do these Dockland towers right here. Like literally like it sort of cuts right in front of that. The convention center is going to be over there, I know for a fact. This is going to have more depth behind it. Oh no. Like, do we throw it back in here? Or do I throw it out on this main concourse? I guess we shall see. I don't really want to rush into anything here. And what do we got? Like maybe this right here. Just a few taller buildings throughout. Like I don't want to get too crazy. We'll populate this in as we can. So let's speed this up real quick. And we're also going to need guess we can put that there. Disaster aid office. Oh, for collapsed buildings. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, that took up a lot of space for what a fire station would take up, but I think, like, I'm going for more southwestern, like southeastern, honestly, whenever I'm going for this sort of stuff. So, like, maybe Texas type sort of city where you just have, like, a vast scape of what's going on. And, like, sort of things feel like they shouldn't really make sense or fit where they're fitting, but they are fitting where they're fitting. These are short. Like, really small. So, I'm not sure if that is what we're going for, because that's southwestern. Like, what if we do northeastern medium density, and we go 6x4 here. Four by 5. 3x4, 3x4. See what those end up being. These are the northeastern ones. And I guess, like, quote unquote, we could put in, like, our own, but I don't like these buildings whatsoever. I really don't. So I think that these are probably going to go. Unless they can rebuild something different there, but I really don't like those. I hate the front piece that they are. Like, I honestly wish that I had, like, modern. Yeah. But I don't. I guess you get that in both of them, because this has that stuff too, and I just don't like these buildings. I like these. Like, if I was able to get a lot more of those, that would be cool. But, like, what happens if we do southwest high density? And get some of these filled in. Wonder what these will be. So this might be something more along the lines of what we're looking for. I know that I can go through and I can place down plop the growables and pick whichever ones I want and stuff, but, like, it's really a pain. It truly is. Especially, like, you set this stuff down. I mean, I guess it works. I don't even know if that's what I'm looking for. Let me see. It's smaller. Like yeah, these are all North American, and they're not. None of them are the ones that I'm looking for. So these are southwest high density. So I think we're going to go southwest high density the whole way across. I think that's what we're going to do. So let's go here, southwest, whole ways across. And then, what is this? 3x3, 3x5. No, that's a 4x6. Right? Yeah, I was gonna say, is that not gonna build in? So there's that. And I know I'm pumping a lot of people over to that area. Probably want some Southwest medium density. In some areas, like over in here. There we go. So that might fill in what we're looking for. This is sort of giving us just the layout of what we're at. And I just don't think that there's anything else that I can really put into here. What is this? That looks, I just like the way it looks. It looks pretty cool. I think that's a custom one that I got added into the game. Let's see what else we have here. Of course, we have the McDonald's. The terrace, which I want to put in. That's a supermarket. That's going to go probably somewhere. Honestly, it might be able to go in this area. Or it's going to go up over in here somewhere. Because there's really no other place to put it. I mean, that fits perfectly in there. I wonder if we should just throw the... Where is it at here? Just throw this in here. I know that a Walmart would never sit on a road like that, though. You would have a gigantic parking lot sitting in front of it. Do we use this area right here for Walmart? Oh. Just wondering, like, maybe set it like this? Huh. This would be a good spot for it. But I can't really do that to this area that we were going to have that in. I just know that if I put this in here, I'm going to hate myself if I don't do it correctly. And correctly would be gigantic parking lot in front of it. So like I sort of have to do this. So that gets that. It's on that main street. And then I guess we can... What do we got here? Take that out. That's a direct connection to the city now. That's an apple tree. There's the oaks. Oh, everybody's just using this road now? What are we using this road now for? Go that way. I don't know why this would be a route that you would even want to drive on. Okay, and then... I guess technically the biggest that I have is a 3x6 until I do the very large. If I set this right in here, and then I put a road out front of it, and then grab it again. This time I have it snap onto here. Okay, so you can't fit two of them out front there. Okay, so the Walmart goes in there, and then you would have, not find it, you go back over here, you'd have this sign here. Have a Walmart sign there, and then you would also have a big Walmart sign there as well. What is everybody... Why is this the intersection that you guys want to use? And then... That is gigantic, this parking lot. And then we can grab trees. Some trees down through there, and then this would give us a space to maybe put in some sort of business here. Oh, I know exactly what business I want to put in here. Where are you at? Where are you now that I need you? It's a marketplace. That thing's gigantic. This is the McDonald's. So we got McDonald's there. Whataburger next door. That thing's huge too. Does that fit on this corner here? It does. Okay. And then we can stop in here with this and do Southwest high density. Just like that, get those built in. It should showcase something more along the lines of these. And everybody's just trying to use the same damn parking lots everywhere. And I think the big thing is just creating some variation in heights whenever you're going through this stuff. Don't want everything to be like the same height over and over again. Do we throw the hospital in like here? Or over here? Like this is on the main road. I like it being on the main road. But I feel like we're really populating this area over here. Which, I mean, we still do have other stuff that we need to put over here. It's not like I'm done. There is some other stuff that I can still put in. But like that being the Southwest Police Station, I think I might do the modern one. What is this? Small jail. So I don't like the way that this is sitting now. I prefer that to go there, with that there, and that there. And that would be fine. I'm good with that, the way that that sits. And I'm guessing we're gonna need buses and trains and stuff to go around here. Or trams, maybe. Not trams, I don't know. I don't like the way the trams look. I never really have. So that's probably gonna be something I actually stick away from. That's just for a ferry to stop. Do we have a taxi depot in town? Okay, so there's those placed in, filling in slowly. I don't know if it's good or bad. I think I need some more buildings in behind this. If I just go straight 6 by 6. And that's going to be a 3 by 6 here. Because this is just open area, I guess. 4 by 5, 4 by 5, 3 by 4. Will that build there on that corner? We shall see. It does. And then we should be able to get some parking stuff back through here. Okay, so that got taken care of there. I guess this is not going to work. Didn't mean to do that. And that's not even lined up correctly. So we got that situated. Bring this back out 3 by 4. Pop that into there. Awesome. Built. And then I guess we can take this out of here as well. And then just get some trees up in here. That is over top of the road. Not going to work for me. Okay, so that's all filled in back behind there. And then if we do this correctly, we can actually come over here. And where is that piece? Maybe it's actually in here. Right here, the spaces and areas. Park area. And this has become an area where people will actually conglomerate, and it provides actually some like benefits and stuff to the city. It'll allow people to walk around and actually use that as something of a value instead of it just being a random place that we detailed. Awesome. So I think that is looking good so far, just plopping through this downtown area. And again, I don't want it to be too crazy. What's going on here? Why are we... Oh, it's the people that are trying to get into here. Well, there's 1,100 people that want to just go to this one building. I wonder what would happen if we did some parking across the road here. I don't know if we need the very large, but we could just do a large parking lot. That's tiny. Moderate parking lot. Why does that start turning like that? Okay, so I got some parking lots and stuff situated there, so hopefully people can get parked there and go across the street. I think it's kind of absurd the people are trying to get out of here. No U-turns, no unsafes. Edit intersection. Split phasing. There we go. And hopefully that will allow people to flow out of there naturally and lower the amount of traffic that we have sitting here. Another thing that I think might help is actually taking this and making this like that. We also remove the parking and stuff that's going on there. But I think the 2 lanes will help. Oh, we can't be having them using... Yeah, can't be having them use that roadway. Oh, why are we... There's not even a spot that you can stop them from doing it. Whatever. And I think I'm gonna do... Guess we can do platter. Three by 2. And then we're gonna do this. Get like 3 businesses slapped in there. give it some volume. But hopefully this doesn't become an issue. I think this is just people coming and going from the city here. What do we got going on here? What are you doing here, dude? You trying to make a U-turn? Is that what was going on there? I think that's really what was holding up all the traffic, was just that one dude that didn't know what the hell he was doing. That is split phasing. So then those guys go, and then all these guys go. And I guess if that's split phasing, this should be split phasing as well. And hopefully that works out. I just don't see how there's this many people coming from over this way. Probably because there's not enough public transit over here. We could get that figured out there at some point. But yeah, I think this is the layout that we're going to be going with. I'm not really going to place anything into here. Just more or less get some trees and stuff placed in there, and things will be fine. Liking the way it looks. And what can we do here? We can take a picture. And yeah. What do we have here? Main day, summer. Well, I want daytime. Post contrast, saturation, clouds. Right there. Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you guys sticking with me the whole ways through. If you have, it truly does mean a lot to me. So thank you guys. Other than that, if you guys have anything that you think I should do here for our downtown, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one where we will continue our downtown build. I've been Chase.
When I'm busy.